So much you could stay on. I am Pius Kojobaka. And look now at our stories. Oil marketing companies are now expected to increase prices of petroleum products by as much as 5% per litre from tomorrow. Fuel prices should have been increased from today in line with a bi-weekly review. However, checks by Joy Business show that the necessary adjustments are yet to be carried out by the various companies. Let's bring in the Chief Executive of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Rivers Ngopong, who joins us via Zoom to explain to us really why the adjustments have been delayed. Thanks so much for your time, sir, for making time basically to join us here on Business Live. First off, all right, we shall try as much as possible to bring in Dr. Rivers Ngopong to speak to us on the petroleum sector development we have for you. But let's just focus to some other stories. The Bank of Ghana says it is stepping up efforts to attract both local and international expertise to strengthen the country's non-interest banking and finance sector. Speaking on behalf of the governor at the stakeholder engagement on non-interest banking and finance here in Accra, acting head of banking supervision at the Bank of Ghana, Ismail Adam, explained that the sector holds significant potential for financial inclusion and economic diversification, hence the need for the central bank committing to creating an enabling environment for non-interest financial institutions. Yes, more.
Engagement. The Bank of Ghana highlighted its intention to build a stronger ecosystem for non-interest banking. The central bank believes the emerging sector has the potential to broaden access to finance, especially for groups underserved by traditional interest-based financial services.
There's a need to attract local and Ghanaian expertise to help us build our capacities. And so in looking for capacity building, look not only within Ghana, but look beyond and get expertise from outside to help us understand the concepts. Understanding and experience in products or contracts such as Mudaraba, which is profit sharing, Musharaka, which is a joint venture, Ijara, leasing, Murabaha, cost plus sale, is critical for us as a regulator. So conventional financial institutions are encouraged to scale up their trading needs to be able to operate in this ecosystem effectively.
The Securities and Exchange Commission also pledged closer collaboration with the central bank to ensure the smooth development of non-interest capital market products.
From day one, when the idea started, we've been part of Bank of Ghana. We have also participated in the training and the learning process. So we are also ready. As a commission, we are preparing our staff to ensure that we come out with a guideline which will guide the issuance of Sukuk and then how we can regulate that sector. So as participants in this workshop, I encourage all of us to learn something from here and be ready that Ghana as a country is ready for the introduction of non-interest banking.
With regulatory reforms underway and efforts to attract expertise intensified, the Bank of Ghana says it is confident that non-interest banking will soon become a stronger pillar of Ghana's financial system.
All right, so let's go back to our earlier story about the oil marketing companies expected to increase prices of petroleum products as much as 5% per litre from tomorrow. Joining us via Zoom to speak to us on the subject matter is the Chief Executive of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Rivers Ngopong. Thank you so much, sir, for rejoining us here on Business Live. And I want you to tell us why adjustments have delayed.
All right. Good afternoon to you. Sort of coming in late. So we are indeed going to experience just a marginal increase. I think from where I sit, we have seen higher numbers than this. Just earlier this day, I was having an argument with one of my students because we saw that crude oil prices had gone down by 2.4%. But unfortunately, we did not see the same reflection on the crude oil product because diesel in the international market increased by 1.26%, whereas petrol increased also by similar amounts of in terms of percentage on the Platts price. And this is something that I've been saying, that it's not always that crude oil price goes up or goes down, and we see the same effect on its product, because the demand for the products at one instant in the stock market might be different from the crude oil itself. CD depreciated by 1.76%, and at the same time we have Platts and Platts for diesel and petrol also going up. So these two variables, as we all know, that makes a very important justification for whether products will go up at the pumps or down, are all showing, I would say, negative inputs. So that is why you see diesel going to be increased by roughly 2%. And then also so petrol going to be increased around 2.5%, and diesel going to be increased around 3%, and also LPG also intend to be increased around 2%. This is because of these two factors I've stated here.
All right. I appreciate that. Again, we know the price of petrol and diesel are expected to increase marginally, like you mentioned, but having explained to us what reasons accounted for that, must we be worried in as much as, well, is insignificant or marginal increase, as you put it?
I don't think we should be worried. Last two windows, we saw cities doing very well, and therefore the impact was again, I'll say, relented on the support of the city appreciation. We are in a season where demand for products are high during the winter time. So it is expected that Platts prices might go up a little bit. That is why we are seeing what we are seeing. I mean, as a net importer of crude oil products, we rely so much on the forex, and also the city, doing better against the impact of the international benchmark prices.
From what you said, what's the outlook like as we get closer to the end of the year? Yes, you've mentioned that, well, during this time, demand is quite high. But really, what should we expect?
Yes, so it all depends on how the city will behave. And I believe that the Bank of Ghana will do the needful to stabilize the city in a way. And I think at this point, depreciation of the city is not what we are looking at. That's what we're looking out for, especially when international benchmark prices for diesel and petrol are expected to go up roughly by 2.5% every window.
So from tomorrow, we should expect reviews at the various pumps, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said in the morning, because we are in a very competitive market now, the OMCs are now looking around to see how much their competitors are quoting in order to quote. But we always say that every OMC or LPGMC has 24 hours to write to MPA, indicate the new price window that they want to sell at. And I believe that most of the members have written to MPA today, so they'll have the right to increase or decrease, if possible, from tomorrow.
Very well. We shall monitor that and bring that to our viewers. Subsequently, Dr. Rivers Ngopeng is the Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies. Thanks so much, sir, for making time to join us here on Business Live. Now, let's shift focus to some other stories. Mobile Money Ghana Limited has reaffirmed its commitment to partnering with the Bank of Ghana on the full rollout of the ECD. Speaking at the 2025 Extraordinary General Meeting in Accra, Chief Executive Officer of Momo Ghana, Haruna Shaibu, underscored the need to build a robust and inclusive digital financial landscape.
ECD, as we know it, is essentially having a replica of your fiat currency. For us, it's a great step in the right direction in terms of opening up avenue for the Ghanaians to digitally use the currency. So we will be actively supporting Bank of Ghana's initiative to drive financial inclusion and ensure that every single Ghanaian has access to digital spend. I mean, we all know the benefit of this to the economy, because once we are using digital channels to spend, what it means is that we can do things much quicker, and having a very integrated system where whether you have ECD or you have mobile money, we should be able to coexist in deepening financial inclusion in Ghana. So we are excited about the prospect of it.
Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman is appealing to industries across the country to support government policies aimed at stimulating growth. Speaking at the 14th edition of the AGI Ghana Industry Awards, the Vice President said government reforms can only achieve the desired impact if industries collaborate.
The 14th AGI Ghana Industries Awards, industry leaders, policymakers and captains of business converged to celebrate excellence in the manufacturing and industrial sector. Addressing the gathering, Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman urged industries to actively support government policies designed to revive growth.
The government cannot industrialize alone. You are our partners, critical ones too. And here's what our policies will mean for you. New opportunities for investment, whether in value addition, agro-processing, or manufacturing light goods. The expanded industrial agenda creates room for bold investment. Access to raw material. Through the agribusiness policy and the Feed the Industry program, manufacturers will have more consistent access to high-quality raw materials from local farmers.
Trade and Industry Minister Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari highlighted the government's commitment to sustaining a business-friendly environment, adding that policy reforms are being crafted to tackle long-standing bottlenecks.
The digitalization of business and trade operations, from company registration to custom clearance, is removing bottlenecks and providing enterprise with the certainty and predictability they need to grow and compete effectively. In an era marked by fast-evolving markets and accelerating technology, Ghana must remain agile, uphold high-quality standards, and strengthen its global competitiveness.
For the Association of Ghana Industries, the call for collaboration is crucial. Outgoing President Humphrey Enyimdak emphasized that stronger partnerships with government will be vital for building resilient local industries.
It's particularly nostalgic for me, as is my final address to you as the President of the Association of Ghana Industries. In January, a new team of AGI executives will assume leadership and continue the important work we have collectively advanced. This will be championed by the President-elect and his team. Let us also reaffirm our collective commitment to a broader mission, building an industrial ecosystem that is resilient, innovative, and globally competitive.
This year's awards also recognize businesses demonstrating innovation, excellence, and sustainable practices.
This is still Business Live. We have more for you after this break. Welcome back to Business Live. The Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana is urging government to deepen its collaboration with professional bodies to enhance national development and improve policy outcomes. Speaking at the 34th CIMG Presidential Ball in Accra, President of the Institute stressed that stronger partnerships between government institutions and professional bodies are essential to driving innovation, improving service delivery, and ensuring that national policies reflect industry expertise.
To partner more intentionally with professional bodies like ours in the following ways. 1, the national branding as a policy. Let us embed the Brand Ghana program into the national development frameworks, making it a coordinated, professionally managed architecture that positions Ghana as the leading hub for investment, infrastructure, tourism, trade, and talent development in Africa. Strengthening consumer protection. We continue to advocate for stronger enforcement of consumer rights, ethical marketing, and market regulation. When consumers trust the marketplace, economies grow faster. 3, marketing integration in public sector work. Whether in agriculture, health, education, or sanitation, marketing remains a powerful tool for behavioral change. We urge government agencies to collaborate with CIMG in the designing social and behavioral change campaigns that shift attitudes, improve adoption, and drive sustainable impact.
From one award to the other, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has outlined strategic reforms which it believes will steer the country into stable power supply. Speaking at the 9th Ghana Energy Awards, Deputy Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Richard Jan Mensah, revealed strategic interventions across the energy value chain to ensure that the country enjoys constant power supply for socio-economic development. Here's more.
Held under the theme Repositioning the Energy Sector as a Pillar of National Development, the 9th Ghana Energy Awards brought together policymakers, industry leaders, and other key stakeholders in the country's energy sector. Speaking on behalf of the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Richard Jan Mensah, Deputy Minister for the sector, outlined strategic interventions aimed at improving power supply. He expressed optimism that government is on course to deliver a robust energy generation and distribution sector.
We have a responsibility to keep the lights on to power our industry and light up our homes and our path. We have a responsibility, and we assure you that with our efforts and with your collaboration, we are going to reverse the declining investments and development in our petroleum upstream sector. We're also giving you the strongest assurance that we are going to pursue our aim of increasing the contribution of renewable energy in our national energy generation mix. And I also want to say that we are looking forward to every Ghanaian, wherever you are, whether you are on the island, you are far too rich, we are going to make sure with the efforts we are putting in place, you will be connected to the national grid.
On the petroleum upstream front, he noted that although investor confidence has significantly improved in recent months, government remains committed to implementing policies that will further boost investment.
Through difficult decisions, disciplined management, and strengthened stakeholder engagement and renewed investment outreach, we have begun stabilizing the sector. Fuel supply to thermal plants has significantly improved with increase in gas supply. Key financial obligations are being addressed, and confidence among upstream players have started to return. Our reforms are evident, but let me be clear, we are not out of the wood yet.
In total, 29 companies and individuals were honored in competitive categories, while 7 individuals were recognized in non-competitive categories. Engineer Oben Kenzo, acting CEO of the Volta River Authority, was named the Male Energy Personality of the Year, while Judith Ajoba Blay, acting CEO of Ghana Gas Company, was named Female Energy Personality of the Year.
And as the country prepares to welcome another Christmas activity, Presidential Advisor on Diaspora Affairs, Kofi Ochidako, is urging Ghanaians in the diaspora to use the opportunity to explore other cities to enhance their local economies. According to him, this will ensure an evenly spread of socio-economic growth, including or during the festive season. KOD was speaking to Joy Business after joining the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel for this year's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Here's a report.
The Christmas tree lighting ceremony is an annual get-together that marks the beginning of the festive season for the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel. This year's celebration brought together some music lovers and dignitaries to experience the commencement of the season in a grand style. Speaking to journalists at the sidelines of the event, Presidential Advisor on Diaspora Affairs, Kofi Ochidako, urged holiday makers to use the festive season to visit other parts of the country to diverse culture and support local economic growth.
Imagine if all the people here were going to stay at the Kempinski. And that's what happens when the diaspora come back home to spend time with us in December. Tourism is enhanced, which means that hotel facilities will be booked to the max. Those who own small joints in the corners, in Accra through to Gambaga, they're going to get something to enhance their lives. And we also want to enhance or motivate people to live beyond Accra, but go to different parts of the country to make sure that December in Ghana is not December in Accra, but it's spread across different parts of the country. That's why we're having events in Kumasi.
General Manager for Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel, Sylvia Rajnak, explains that the hotel is poised for an exciting season with special packages for their patrons.
We have prepared several activities for this festive season, and it starts from the culinary experiences. We have introduced special brunches over the Advent Sundays, every Sunday. We are having a special curated menu in our newly opened Asana for Christmas Eve and for the New Year's Eve dinner, and the same as well in our Papillon restaurant for Christmas and New Year's Eve. Obviously, as there are as well several packages in our wonderful spa, and we are offering as well a special price currently during the festive season for our membership in the gym in spa.
The event was also used to celebrate the 10 years anniversary of the hotel in Ghana.
And that's it for Business Life. I am Pius Kujobakaba. You can log on to myjoyonline.com/business to have a quick read on that portal. Fuel prices set to increase slightly from today, or the OMC says tomorrow. So you should expect that. At the pumps, investors flag Cowbank as right issue overshoots by nearly 30%. We have more stories when you log on to myjoyonline.com/business. See you at 8 p.m. with Prime Business.